Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show.
No.
It's the Tryforce.
You know, guys, it's the holiday season, and I feel like there's a couple of things that are really big staples for the holidays. You know, you get the snow and the cold weather and all the pretty lights and spending time with your family and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, no, that's right. Kentucky Fried Chicken is now a holiday staple, if you guys weren't aware.
Oh, yeah. Nothing warms my heart quite like a nice campfire, you know, just a nice snowy day toppled with the artery clogging goodness of a KFC family bucket shoveled directly into my mouth by my sweaty meat hooks. Welcome to the review.
I was gonna ask, I was gonna be like, you guys know.
Zach is looking at me in the same manner that a cow looks at an oncoming train.
That was not okay. I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow with something about mashed potatoes looking like snow, you know, like I was planning my own thing out, and then you said sweaty meat hooks, and you did a scooping motion with your hands, so the mental image was unavoidable.
Oh my!
Wow.
So Zach, what about mashed potatoes?
What are we talking about?
I'm just gonna cut everyone off.
I you know, like, we are talking about, I believe it's 2020's A Recipe for Seduction, which I will go on record and say I would rather watch 2006's Stay Alive back to back 3 times.
Oh, man.
Than ever watch A Recipe for Seduction ever again. Which I will also go on record and say I enjoyed, but that's still my post-game opinion.
Oh,
Right.
man.
For the folks at home, A Recipe for Seduction is a Lifetime original mini movie, but they partnered with KFC. This is a 16-minute movie, so, you know, not really a movie.
It's like half of Kung Fury and just like 9 times as confusing and like a quarter as good.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they needed.
It's like, you know, the length of an episode of Ruby.
Sure.
And it was a ride.
Oh, man.
Like,
That's
when
saying
I saw,
it lightly.
Like, I don't know how you guys, I think, like, you guys found out about this movie from me, but I found this out from a voice actor on Twitter who was like, oh, LOL, this is a joke. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I found out it was real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the stalwart hero of this whole affair is likely the your boy Frankie Muniz of A Recipe for Seduction is Mr. Mario Lopez, starring as Colonel Sanders.
Is he like... I just had a question this whole time during the movie. Like, what fucking loan shark does he have to pay off that he needs the money, like, now?
You know what? I'm going to counterpoint you, and it's because they needed to make Colonel Harlan Sanders sexy. And you know who the first man on their role was? Mario Lopez.
I agree,
and he stood to the occasion.
But this motherfucker comes in looking like a chiseled Waluigi. Like, it is the fucking... Like, Rain, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Like, he looks like if Waluigi took a vacation in Aruba for a week and he hit the gym the whole time.
Started investing in Bitcoin.
Oh my god, a SoCal Waluigi. It is fucking awful.
If that's Waluigi, then sign me up. Princess Daisy. I don't know what the appropriate thing would be.
I don't even know, but, like, damn.
So,
just damn.
Should we get into the loosely based collection of happenings that cause a plot?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to...
Rain, please.
I'd like to set the scene. Let me set the opening scene, because I know a lot of people are probably like, is this a Christmas movie? Yes. It's a Christmas movie. So allow me to get y'all on the opening scene of this fucking ride.
Oh, it's a ride. 10 seconds in, with the very first words out of any of the actors' mouth, I'm just like, well, that's the That's the movie.
You knew. You knew what you were getting into.
Oh, yeah.
Literally 2 seconds in. So the movie opens up, right? And we have our entire cast at one dinner table. And you can tell it's a holiday movie because there's a Christmas tree in the background.
And they had
but
extras
also-
in this movie that like, we never saw again.
No, don't worry about it. So I'm going to introduce our cast really quick. They're sitting in a fucking mansion around a very tiny fucking table for a mansion. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, this
We
was
have
like their
our
fucking-
main bitch, Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica's mom, whose name is Bunny.
Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah, they literally were like, let's put into a hat the absolute whitest names possible.
The most stereotypical rich woman
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Exactly. Jessica's boyfriend, Billy, who I thought was named Chad this whole time, only to realize Chad was the actor and not the character.
Of course that man is named Chad.
May as well have been named Chad.
Like, he could have just kept the name. Honestly, that's a better name for that character.
Starring Chad
My
as himself.
question for you guys about Billy is Billy's last name is Garibaldi. Is that supposed to be like
Giuseppe
a play on the
Garibaldi?
chocolate? Like
It's Ghirardelli.
I thought
like,
so
is it supposed to be
too.
a play on that? That's what I thought.
Where does chocolate come in?
I don't know.
This is about
I don't
chicken.
To just make it food related. Anyway,
KFC
the
comes
other
out like a month
characters-
later
Oh.
with chocolate dipped
No, I like
chicken
that.
tenders.
Garibaldi, like a joke for chocolate. I like that.
Yeah, okay. The other character at the table is Jessica's best friend, Lee,
Right.
who is probably the best character in this entire movie.
Sure.
The only one with a personality, really, except for
Yes.
Colonel Harlan's.
Yes. You will learn
We're getting
two
to him.
whole things.
We're getting to him.
I can't.
Two whole things in this opening scene. One, they have a new chef. This will come into play later. And two, Billy proposes to Jessica, and Jessica's like, LMAO, absolutely not, and leaves.
Please, Billy. I just need time to think.
He's just such a chode right
Yeah.
off the bat.
I texted Rain immediately. I was like, I really loved to hate the fiance, but I think he has some of the best lines in the entire movie.
He has fantastic lines, but
He says one of my favorite lines, and I wrote it in my notes because it had me laughing. I had to stop watching it.
I think I know what it
crying.
is. I want to see if I
Take a
can.
bet, yeah.
I want to see if I can take
Well,
a bet later.
I guarantee you already know what it is.
Okay. But like
Alright.
he's just so immediately hateable right away,
Yeah.
and he has absolutely zero redeeming qualities, and that's what I think makes him a great character. Is because you just have someone you very clearly do not like.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. We follow up onto the next day. We have Jessica talking to her mom about, not wanting to marry the white boy.
Can you imagine? How dare you turn down Billy's proposal?
We're poor, Jessica. You have to marry him for the money.
Rich people problems.
Jessica, no.
Oh my god. This is Colonel fucking Sanders. He owns one of the biggest fast food chains in history.
I'm sorry, you ever heard of the
Oh.
Double Down?
Have you heard of the double?
My favorite, what I really love is, the main man, our boy, Colonel Harlan Sanders, walks in on this argument. And, he's like, hey, I just want to give you the menu for Christmas dinner. I'm not trying to get involved.
I have one
And Jessica's
critique.
like, oh, who the fuck's this? Hello?
Yeah.
Sir? Hi, I'm right here. And the mom is like, oh, yeah, we got him from this really fancy restaurant. Oh, we've been trying to get in there for months. Like, there is no real explanation about why he's here.
Yeah. It was like a
How did you
French.
find this man?
It was a French ass name for that restaurant too. I was
Yeah.
like, this man makes chicken. Like,
Yeah.
this man makes Kentucky
Nicole
fried chicken.
Nicole had watched the
man-
movie today too, and she's just like, "Is that woman saying like?" Because it was a super French name, I forgot what it was. Yeah, so she's just like, "Did that woman just ask for more hummus?"
Yeah, she fucking might have.
Might as well.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever. But oh my
So,
god,
As is every Lifetime movie, upon seeing the new Mystery Man, Jessica is immediately infatuated.
oh yeah, immediately.
She wants those 11 herbs and spices real fast.
She wants to double down on that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, who doesn't?
Who can blame her, really?
Oh,
Mario
Exactly.
Lopez.
oh, before we continue with this scene, can I just say something before I forget? Because this is one of the funniest parts of the entire movie, and it makes me so happy. When he first comes onto screen and he's like gonna give the menu to Bunny, like you can see him laughing like right before he does it. Like he knows how fucking stupid this is. And he does that kind of laugh where like someone off camera was like fucking with, like held up a mirror to show him what he looked like.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh god, it's so funny. It was like one of the only self-aware parts of the movie. And this movie is so unself-aware. Like,
no, yeah.
It's trying so hard to be legitimately serious, but like that was just like the one kernel of self-awareness that made it so good.
The one Colonel?
The one kernel?
One
Yeah.
Colonel?
Yeah, like a Colonel Sanders.
The one Colonel
Oh my
Sanders.
god. Well, I did
There we go.
end the podcast.
Rain,
Just
take us more through this searing Oscar bait drama.
We are coming up
Searing
to the
like the
best scene.
grilled chicken.
Oh my god. We're coming up to probably my favorite scene in the whole movie because, you know, it's 15 minutes. All right. So Jessica sees the main man, Harlan Sanders, getting the grocery delivery or whatever the fuck he's doing outside of the mansion, and is like, no one's given you a tour of the property? I'll do it. And he's just like, yeah, I guess no one's done that. And as they're going on this tour,
In the middle of a delivery.
He's just like,
walks
thanks.
leaves the
away.
delivery. I should specify he does leave the delivery. Just big old crates of vegetables and shit just left outside.
To rot
I'm
in
not
the
chef
sun.
at a rich mansion, so what do I know?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so Jessica is complaining, right, about Billy to Harlan Sanders. And then she realized she was being kind of a bitch and was like, oh, wow, I hijacked the conversation. Why don't you talk about yourself? And I don't know about you guys, but like if I had a secret recipe, I don't think I would tell the first like person who I've spoken to for more than 5 minutes.
Not only that, but a
Really,
person
he
with the
just goes-
money and resources to steal it.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, he literally is sitting there just like, yeah, I don't think my story's over. Not when I have this secret recipe that's going to change the world. And like, she's like all for it too. She's like, a secret recipe. And then Billy shows up to fuck everything up.
Oh my god, yeah.
And this is where we get to my favorite line. My favorite lines, I should say.
Oh,
I
boy.
knew it. I knew it was here.
Of course.
I
Billy-
knew.
First of all, Billy comes storming out of the mansion, and I don't know if he lives there or not. Very unclear as
I
to
think
why
all
he's
rich
there.
people. I think all rich people have like tunnels that interconnect their houses. Like,
Yeah, it's what they spend all the money on.
Because he just comes down these stairs, aggressive, grabs Jessica, which, like, dude, fuck off. But he's like, you embarrassed me in front of my parents. And I'm like, oh no. We disappointed mommy, dearest. Oh no.
How will they
What?
ever live with their millions and billions of dollars?
Like, and you rejected me in front of my parents, which sounds like a personal problem to me. Like, that doesn't seem like Jessica's problem.
Nah.
But then the man, the myth, the legend, Harlan Sanders is like, yo, leave her the fuck alone, man. Like, she said no. And he says, the response, beat it, crouton.
I knew that was gonna be your favorite one.
It's in between that and the one later. Yeah, I was
Oh,
confused.
I know what they say later.
But this is
I
why
just
I said
think- Like, I really also... this scene fucks me up.
so. You had to pause.
I don't joke. I had to stop. I had to go back and make sure I heard it right. Right? Like I was like, did he really just call him a fucking crouton?
And there's like a reply. There's like he like throws it back at him like later on. He's like,
yeah.
Don't call me crouton.
Because like right, so he's like,
How do you sound tough doing that?
it's like, I just love it because he like says that and then immediately turns around and is like, me and my fiance are having a conversation, but also started this conversation by saying that she rejected him. So I don't think this man understands what fiance means.
No,
Let
I think
alone
he
what
just like,
crouton fucking means. You know? And then Jessica like storms the fuck off, and you have this like the camera turns and faces Harland, and he's just looking at Billy, and he's just really like Zach did it, just don't call me crouton.
oh my god,
The first of many dunks.
The scene just ends there.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
You know?
it's amazing. It's a cinematic masterpiece.
Honestly,
That scene alone deserved an Oscar. Just that scene. The rest of it, no. But that scene,
Oh my god,
yeah, where's our "Don't Call Me Crouton" shirts? Where is it at KFC?
I would wear that.
I'm making merch.
I'd wear that so hard. Oh my god! All right, so that was the end of that scene, and then what scene followed that?
so now we have Lee is gonna go on a date,
Yeah.
right? So
This is the
now
phone
we
call.
haven't seen Lee since the beginning of the movie, which is great. Jessica is calling Lee and is talking about falling for our main man Harlan Sanders. And I really love this because Jessica is like, we just have this connection. I can't explain it. And I'm sitting there like, ma'am, you've known him for literally 5 minutes. Like, the movie is not that long.
You
You've
interrupted
not
a
known
man's
him
delivery and took him around your house.
and complained about your like fucking ex-boyfriend. Like, I don't really know what to say here.
I think it's because she's in a horrible marriage to be, and he's looking like a whole 5-piece meal right
He's
now.
looking like some. He's looking like some fast food.
Yeah.
Like some,
Yeah. Wink wonk, you know what I mean?
A nourishing meal for sure.
This is where I have one of my first of many complaints though about the movie.
This is where you have to
say this is where it starts.
It's way too late for that.
No, you don't understand. This is where it like all started to collapse for me.
Oh no.
Lee is on the phone and Lee's like, Jessica, I've never heard you sound so happy. And I just would like to talk about whoever they got to be Jessica's actress has no range of emotions
None.
because she sounds the same the whole movie.
So a typical Lifetime actor. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's like, you sound so happy. And like, I'm like, dude, she's not smiling. She's not like emoting.
she literally sounds like, "Hey Lee, I found this guy.
He's
His
the
name
man.
is the new chef."
Here's the
We
man of
have
my
a
dreams.
connection.
I don't know, Lee. I just have this connection with him.
I don't know. Is it bad acting or is it acting like bad Lifetime movie acting?
It's on par with Lifetime movie acting.
Yeah, like it's on par for a Lifetime movie. You are right. But like, I'm just sitting there like not understanding. Like you could have at least tried a little bit.
Yeah, for the
They
Colonel.
didn't.
For the Colonel, you could have tried.
Yeah, you're really gonna do this to Colonel Sanders? You know what I
can't believe
mean? Like,
Right
but
here.
on this phone call, Jessica mentions the secret recipe for some reason, and is like, I believe in him. And you don't even know what the recipe is, Jessica. So like maybe like don't put your fucking put all your eggs in the basket.
It could be
Like, you
shit
don't know.
salad. Like she doesn't know.
Oh man, come on.
Like, he could be a fucking murderer. Who the fuck knows, man?
This could be the next Jeffrey Dahmer, and she wouldn't know.
He's eating chicken, man.
I don't like anybody that mentions a secret recipe and doesn't follow any, not even anything up with that.
Secret recipe for what?
For-
It's a secret.
It's a secret. That's a person I'm running away from.
Like I would literally be gone.
Shows you how shitty Billy is.
Honestly,
Honestly, yeah.
I think I'd rather go with Jeffrey Dahmer than Billy.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, especially with some shit that happens later.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is now the part where it cuts in with the side plot of like the antagonist that we didn't know was an antagonist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is where Jessica's mom overhears this phone conversation, comes into Jessica's room while she's showering, takes her phone, which I guess didn't have a password on it,
Yeah.
which fuck you, Jessica, that's like fucking basics. Put a password on your phone. Text Billy and steals Jessica's phone.
Yeah.
Like straight up steals it.
Yep.
And so, she's like, Billy's like, I'm at the country club, where coincidentally Lee is having his date with the owner of the country club.
Good for him.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly, Lee deserves this. Lee deserves the world.
Yes, he does. 100%.
So, Bunny gets there. Billy is shit-faced, maybe, at the bar, unaware, but he's drinking a lot, in my opinion. Because he cackled really loudly I just feel like you don't do that at a country club, but maybe it's me.
I don't know,
But she comes over, and she's like, we have to talk. I have news. And he's like, about? And she's like, she's falling for Harland. And he's like, the cook? And I wanted him so badly to be like, the crouton? And then he didn't say it. So this is like negative points for the movie.
Oh, that's your first complaint?
I cannot believe
No crouton follow-up?
I'm saying, like, there was no follow-up on the crouton calling. So I'm just a little upset.
Gotta dock your points a little bit, Colonel.
Yeah, like, but this is where we find out, right, that this is some confusing shit to me, because I just don't understand rich people, maybe, but Billy and Bunny had a long weekend together at some point.
At the vineyard.
Well, he was with Jessica,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And she's like, we can have more long weekends if you take care of this. And he's all for it. And I'm like sitting here going, all right, Jessica, like Jessica's supposed to marry Billy for the money. But why doesn't Bunny marry Billy for the money?
That was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, she's already single.
She's A, already single. B, he's already hitting it. What is the deal? Why did this happen? Why did this whole plot happen?
Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're already doing it, right? Like, why didn't Bunny just get with Billy? But then, we wouldn't have the rest of the plot.
No.
I guess we wouldn't have this sweet, juicy Colonel Sanders action.
We couldn't have somebody get cocked by Professor Earl Sanders if not for this.
It's true.
What is
This
Chad
is,
putting on his resume? I got cucked by Colonel Sanders.
Literally.
Mario Lopez stole my girl.
Mario Lopez stole my girl. While this conversation is happening, though, Lee is on his date, and they're in the same room. So Lee is like watching and like spying on Bunny and Billy, which is great. Lee deserves all the points
Yeah.
Oh my god.
for
Homie.
being the best.
Lee was the only one with more than 2 brain cells in this entire cast.
That is
He
fair.
really was. So the next scene, right? Like, we go from 0 to 100 really quick. Billy is in the kitchen looking for whatever the fuck he's looking for. Picks up a knife
Yep.
and like running his thumb over it, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna kill fucking Colonel Sanders. I wasn't expecting a murder mystery when I fucking clicked onto this movie, you know?
Who clucked it?
Then he puts the knife down. He puts his knife down. He's like, all right, maybe not murder. Finds Colonel Sanders' bag, and he takes out the secret recipe.
Which he immediately goes to, by the way. Like, he doesn't even, like, fake search for it. He just, like, takes out bag, immediately takes out book, immediately pulls out secret recipe. He's like, I've found it.
The secret recipe.
And you'll never guess what it's for.
What's
Chicken.
it for? Yeah!
It's a chicken, baby.
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken drumstick.
You're damn right.
Oh, yeah.
And then he puts it
Sorry.
But, like, so he puts it back, right? Like, he puts the secret recipe back. Which, I don't see why he didn't just steal it.
Make his own fucking chicken.
It's true.
Yeah, like, he could be making his own chicken to change the world. But then, Harlan Sanders walks the fuck in, and he's like, dude, Jessica's not here. You don't have to be here. And he's like, no, I'm going to make you an offer. Writes him a check for $500K.
Mm-hmm.
And is like, oh, Jessica said yes to my proposal, so you need to leave. And then mocks the secret recipe that he seemingly was so afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy's a very atonal villain.
This whole thing is weird, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly happened.
Which I already can't remember if we mentioned it, but because Bunny overheard the conversation, she tells Billy about the secret recipe.
Yeah.
But doesn't really like say, oh, it'll change the world. She's like, it'll make him like such a better man or something like that. I'm like, it's just chicken.
A man of great renown or some
A
shit.
man of great renown was the exact words.
Look, I like the chicken. I don't know if Colonel Sanders is a man of great renown. You know, like he made some tasty ass bird, man, but that's really about it.
Yeah, well, no, like the 11 herbs and spices really make him amazing.
Oh, a man of renown, if I ever heard one.
Oh, fuck. Please keep going. We have to be approaching the end of this.
Oh yeah, listen, we're getting there. We're getting up to the big, the big parts of the plot. Plot is in quotes.
Plot is in quotes.
Just so everyone's aware. But so right after this scene, Lee comes over looking for Jessica. Like the door opens and he's like, Jessica? And Bunny's like, oh yeah, she went to get a phone because she lost it. How mysterious. Like, bitch, we know you stole it.
Like,
we're not
flaunting it in his face too.
And then I think she denied fucking on Billy at the country club.
Yeah, because he was like, your hands were all over him. I know what I saw. And she's like, no, I was consoling him. He's so upset.
Oh my
and
God.
Lee is like, nah, bitch. I know what you did. And as he goes up the stairs to wait for Jessica, or I think he still thinks Jessica is there, this bitch fucking tries to kill him.
Yeah. Literally,
Like,
what does she hit him with?
A broom?
It's a
or
croquet
something?
mallet, actually.
Oh,
it is a croquet mallet.
That would kill
I
somebody.
couldn't tell what it was.
I thought Lee was fucking dead.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, okay, you're gonna have like a queer by POC character and just murder him, even in this 16-minute sketch about fucking fried
Dude,
chicken. Come on.
I was watching this, and I sent you guys a Snapchat, I think, about it, where I was like, there's a fucking murder? Like,
I remember that.
so fucking confused, because, and then of course, like, yeah, like, it was a person of color and a gay, and I was like, really, thanks, team. This is a 15-minute movie, and you're gonna do this to me. I was mad.
Furious. And I don't know what, I mean, that's intent. I think that was intentive, right?
Yeah.
So Bunny's willing to go as far as to murder her daughter's best friend.
Yep.
Just to keep hopping on Billy's drumstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wild.
Other than money, what is she getting out of Jessica marrying Billy?
Nothing.
Okay, so her thing was Jessica needs to marry Billy because Bunny's dead husband left them a bunch of debt.
Right.
So because Billy's family is more rich than their family, if Jessica marries him, he'll pay off all of their debt, apparently.
Right.
I feel like that's not how that works.
No.
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 But if so, Bunny, you're already getting it. So just ask for the money.
I'm so glad we got...
He was willing to give Colonel Sanders $500K just to leave.
Just
to get out of there. Like, oh my God.
Imagine what he'd pay to get his dick wet. Like,
right.
you know?
Do you think he's paying for it?
I don't think he's paying for it because I
No,
can't imagine.
I don't think he's paying for it. I just think that he should be paying for it.
True.
And I respect the hustle.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's weird. It's definitely a lot of stakes for what's happening.
It's a lot of stakes in this chicken movie.
Yeah. So I hate it here. I was gone for a few weeks, and like I came back, and this is what we're doing. So
Ray's off the podcast next week too. It's like, I need a break.
Oh my god, no, I'm here. But okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next scene because
Please.
like just so everyone's aware of how fast paced 15 minutes goes.
Oh my god, it's so fast.
Yeah. Okay. So the next scene. Sanders is confronting Jessica, who's like, "Oh, I was just thinking about you," and he's like, "Tell your fiance I can't be bought," and like shoves the check into her hand, and she's like, "Where'd you get this?" As she opens it and reads it, right?
Oh
so like, you know who gave it to him. You have eyeballs.
She's like, "Oh
He
my god,
signed
where'd you
the
get
fucking
this?"
check.
He did sign the check. He's like, where did you get this?
Where did you get this? And then he's like, when I told you about the secret recipe, that was supposed to stay between us, but he never said for it to stay between them.
No, I guess it's implied with the word secret.
But he's telling everybody.
It's true. He is kind of Ryujiing all over the place. Like, he is kind of like, hey, do you guys know about my secret recipe?
Good.
Well, like, okay, so like, she then turns around and she's like, I never told him about that. But the time Sanders keeps saying fiance, like, he's like, your fiance. And then she just goes, what are you talking about? I never said yes. I don't want Billy. I want you. And they have this really passionate, like, kiss/makeout session.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But the whole time that's happening, Bunny is watching them
Sure.
from like a glass door.
Like, she's watching them in every beat in this movie, Bunny's in the background, like fucking lurch. Like, she's just, it's awful.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like the witch from Left 4 Dead, just in the doorway, just like
Yeah,
staring.
like she's literally just always there.
Oh,
Nosy.
God.
Straight nosy.
As Bunny does, she sees this and she becomes enraged and calls Billy and is like, you need to fix this shit.
We have a problem.
We move to the next day where Jessica finds her mom in the same chair she was in the beginning of the movie. And is like, I don't want to marry Billy, Mom. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I was talking to Harland. And the mom is like, Harland? Like, like you had no idea this was happening, Bunny. Like, what the fuck? And like, Jessica's trying so hard. Jessica's like, is the thought of me being with someone that makes me happy so disgusting to you? And the mom's like, no, of course not. It's just that Harland like left in the middle of the night.
Yeah. That was.
Didn't you know?
And she's like devastated, right? She starts like running through the house, like looking for him and shit. It is so Lifetime.
Yeah, like literally she starts running and then it's like her, so she's running but then she stops, right? And she's like leisurely strolling through the backyard, ?
Yeah.
Some other part of the house with bridges and shit.
Yeah,
like
They don't take any moment to like not let you know that these people are supposed to be rich.
Yeah, the bridge garden. Yeah,
They
everybody's
live
got
in a
one.
fucking castle. Like, it's ridiculous.
And this is where we find out that Billy is, I already knew he wasn't that smart with the crouton insult, but like, this is where you find out that he's really dumb, because if I was trying to hide a body, I would not stay on the property.
Yeah.
But stays on the property and like ties Colonel Sanders up in some weird basement
Storm
thing?
cellar. Strange.
As Nicole called it, the murder basement.
Well, that's what it looked like. They at least got that right. But now, like, picture, literally it is just basement, chair in middle of basement, Colonel Sanders tied to chair.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Jessica
my
runs
God.
in and she's like, Harland. And he, like, tries to say something to her, knowing he has the duct tape on his mouth.
Yeah.
And then Billy comes out and he has the fucking knife from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And as that's happening, Jessica's mom comes in and is like, Billy, and like Jessica's like, Mom, Billy's crazy, but then Bunny is like, Lee escaped, like
Yeah.
right in fucking front of her.
Yeah, dude. I know Lee escaped. Lee fucking toughed it out and a near fatal blow and survived to turn the tables on these two.
yeah, and like
Without a scratch, by the way.
Without a scratch. Lee's the best character.
he really is, and I really love like Jessica's mom's like, "What? You kill him already!" And like as he's like, I don't know, teasing Colonel Sanders. I don't even know what you would call that little moment that they were having.
He's really letting it marinate.
Yeah, like I'm not even sure if it's taunting because it's Billy.
Jackson.
It's Billy, yeah.
Oh,
Not just keep it rolling, keep it going, keep going.
No. Has Billy ever held a knife before? Did you see the way he was holding a knife?
He literally has never held a knife before. Again.
That is such a good point.
He's like, I've seen this in movies exactly 3 times.
Definitely. I also just want to point out that this was another perfect opportunity to throw the crouton insult back.
This was such a good idea. Oh my
and
god.
he didn't do it. So once again, this movie, negative points.
Negative points.
Money cannot buy humor, let me tell you.
But as he's doing that right, Colonel Sanders headbutts him.
Yeah.
And he like tumbles back 3 fucking feet. Which I'm like, bruh, what the fuck kind of force was in that headbutt?
Yeah.
Like sent this man to another goddamn fucking like area. And as he's getting up, getting ready to kill Colonel Sanders, who shows up and knocks him out? Our man Lee.
There he is.
The boy.
I guess the murder basements are all connected.
Right.
Everything
That's
is
that
connected.
That's that rich people basement, yeah. The rich people tunnels.
There's a
Yeah.
bookcase that swings around in that basement.
Yeah, you gotta pull the candlestick.
Most definitely. Bunny then goes, I guess, I don't know what Bunny thought she was going to do, because she runs at Colonel Sanders, who is just still seated in the chair because he's tied up. But no weapon. And Jessica just slams her mother into the concrete. Like,
Honestly, good.
Literally was just like, fuck this bitch. Runs to Colonel Sanders, rips off the duct tape.
With his full ass beard, just like it. And what was amazing about this scene is that when you see her, she doesn't like rip the duct tape off. She just gingerly takes it off, like it was barely clinging to his
masking
face.
tape.
It was barely, like it was literally hanging off of his beard.
It had to be.
You guys think that they just took some scotch tape and like spray painted it silver?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
without a doubt.
It would probably would have fucked with his like prosthetic mustache and beard. Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably was not like duct tape.
They oh my god, it was so fucking funny. It literally just was hanging, like you could see it swinging in one scene.
Movie magic.
Oh god.
Yeah. They so our main two here, they share another passionate kiss, and we get a time skip to 1 year in the future.
I love post time skip Colonel Sanders design.
Jessica and Harland get married. Very sweet. Lee officiated. I thought that was very beautiful. I think
that's
that,
support.
they deserved that. I'm really hoping that Lee
That's
is
spicy.
still with his boyfriend.
Yeah. Do we see the boyfriend?
No.
We don't.
Do we ever like physically see the boyfriend on screen?
We see the date once when they go to sit down at the country club, and that's it. But I'm hoping that they're still together a year later, because Lee really does deserve that.
Right.
Bunny is in a fucking mental ward.
As she should be, honestly.
No. Do you have a reason behind it? Because I had no fucking idea why she was in a mental ward.
Because she just automatically just tried to kill a man?
Does
You see, but then, here's my thing. This is what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
This is my thought process about this, because Billy is not in the mental ward. I think that Billy has a lot of money, and Billy like paid his way out because he's a white man, and because Jessica's family is supposed to be in debt. Bunny was just, they were like, plead insanity, so she did.
Yeah, I mean, rich people operate under a completely different set of laws than we do. So
I don't know.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No, it's just that they are rich people. They can get away with
yeah,
this
he
shit.
literally used that $500,000 check to pay his way out of insanity. But like, and then they left it on a cliffhanger. Like, this was the best part of the movie.
It's so funny.
I really love this part. So the nurse comes over and is like, "You have a visitor," and Billy comes over, sits down next to her, and he's like, "Hey there, bunny," and she's like, "So?" And he just goes, "I found them," and then eats a fucking chicken drumstick.
It was
so good.
I watched
They
this
let him
movie.
into the mental hospital with that chicken stick.
He's had it in
They
his
let him
hand
in.
the whole time. The whole walk there.
I can't. I was at work when I watched this, and I like cackled at that point. Like, I couldn't hold it in anymore. That was the fucking craziest. I felt like I was drawn and quartered by this plot. You know what I mean?
It was ridiculous.
Like, I felt like I was tied to 5 plot horses, and they all pulled me in 5 different directions so hard that I tore apart.
It was pretty nuts. I mean, I think that the only thing I feel as though Rain's exhaustive account of this just
Better than the movie, honestly.
nightmare. I think the one thing that they managed to miss was my favorite line from Billy, personally, was when he finds the secret recipe in the kitchen.
Okay.
When he finds the secret recipe in the kitchen, he just says, "Secret's out, chicken man." I don't know. It just made I viewed this. You had the luxury of sitting down. I viewed this on the treadmill. I almost died.
And your name in our Discord is in fact Chicken Man.
Yeah. I feel like the folks ought to know that like we change our Discord name to every week to whatever is topical.
So,
Oh, I don't, but like
Colton doesn't, but me and Zach
I will
have
be
been
doing that.
changing our names every week. And
I just noticed Kotsky 11 herbs and spices book.
He's got 12 herbs and spices, and they're all spices.
yeah, because that's the thing. My name on our Discord has been Kotsky Bakugo for like what fucking months.
Oh
So
god.
something in between that for the middle name, but then Zach's I literally looked up today and I just went, "Oh, Zach still has the name from like the last time we did this," and then I look up again and I just see Chicken Man. I started like cry laughing and like everyone's asleep in my house and I'm like, perfect time to start cackling.
Perfect time for Chicken Man. Okay,
God.
so before we go on, what do we do with this? You know, like, what do we do with this movie?
Okay, here's
We've
my
explained
question,
it to the people. What do we do with it now?
Okay, listen, I think that what needs to happen is there needs to be a sequel.
There has to be. They left it on such a good cliffhanger.
Right, like they had the nerve to leave me on a cliffhanger like that, which is rude in itself because like y'all really released this movie the day before my birthday and thought you could get away with this shit.
I have a plan for the next one right now.
All right.
So
All right.
they have such a like a vindictive way of saying that they found them. It's like, I found them, and then he eats the chicken, right? So this next one is not going to be a Lifetime movie. It's going to be an action movie directed by Michael Bay.
Oh,
right?
God.
You ready for this?
Michael Old Bay.
Michael Old Bay. And ready for this? It's going to be so good. They are going to have to do a like what was the movie where it's like Mr. and Mrs.
Smith?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, yeah, so like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith-esque movie, right?
Okay.
Where they're just trying to defend the secret recipe in their own castle made out of KFC chicken buckets, and it's going to be one of the greatest action thrillers of all time, and it's going to be called Fry Hard.
Okay, I actually hate that.
I doubt it. You know, I actually doubt that it's going to be the greatest action movie of all time.
What
I
if
doubt
it
that
was?
Fry Hard,
Just like this
starring
is
Mario Lopez, is going to gross that amount.
No, this is set like 20 years in the future, and Mario Lopez now looks like Sylvester Stallone.
What is this dystopian future? With the secret to the 11 herbs and spices
Like a Mad Max era.
It got out and just destroyed the world as a result. Okay, well that's some typical Colton fare for you, everyone.
That was definitely Colton Murray.
I definitely don't believe there should be a sequel in any way, shape, or form.
really wanna
I think
know.
it's 15 minutes of perfection from start to finish, and then you can go and you can make your own continuation. You know, I feel like Mario Lopez has served his turn as sexy Colonel Sanders.
Well, I'm really glad that you're saying that, Zach, actually.
Oh God,
Because this is going on to like what I think should happen with the movie.
please.
So, as you said, you can create your own. So, I'm thinking the Tryforce creates the sequel to A Recipe for Seduction.
Oh, baby, I'm in.
We have a lot of talented voice actor friends. We could do it.
I have all the equipment.
Understand.
I have the equipment. I have the editing software.
Opens up
I don't
Celtics file.
understand.
What's that, Rain?
I don't understand.
Let's do
I
it.
want Zach to be Colonel Sanders.
I need this.
Oh, that's very flattering, and I accept.
Can I just be like Billy if he just let himself go really bad?
Billy.
I'm Billy.
Billy
That's
Kay.
it. Nice to see you,
tearing up.
crouton.
Oh yeah, we'll have a crouton rollback. I told you not to call me crouton. Just snaps his neck. Like... Oh yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah! Merry Christmas, everyone.
Just like an anime fight scene between the two of you as Colonel Sanders and Billy, where like it really will start with like, you have Colonel Sanders on like a fucking hill or some shit, and Billy coming up, and Billy is like, I finally found you, Don. And like, Colonel Sanders be like, I told you not to call me that, and then they'll have this whole battle.
I must admit, Sanders, I wasn't expecting this kind of fighting from you. You're good. I even would say, finger licking good.
I very clearly will not be cast in this movie.
No.
Oh,
Pure
man.
directorial. You're
I
gonna
will
be
be literally in charge of directing.
quarantined by Rain.
You could be incredibly senile bunny. Like, I think that'd be hilarious.
Crazy bunny. Let's have a
No, I'm gonna make change of plans. I'm gonna make a whole new character just for myself, and it's just gonna be me in the background of every scene. There's no reason for me to be there, just holding a bucket of KFC.
Right. Right.
KFC. If there's somebody like this podcast is gonna get sent to somebody
Yeah.
at Lifetime or KFC or something, please DM me because I have great ideas.
Yeah, KFC.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't, if you can catch wind of this,
Yeah, if you're
I mean,
looking
KFC, if you want to sponsor us,
want to
like,
sponsor us, maybe we can make both those things happen. We can make this one the,
You won't
the
have
anime
to-
fight.
you won't have to spend any money on
Yeah.
a recipe for Seduction to Electric Boogaloo.
I can write Fry Hard in a night. Like,
the recipe for Seduction too, Electric Boogaloo. I'm gonna die. But anyway, that's like what I think should happen. I just want everyone
Fucking
to know.
Clancy
in my
Golden
notes,
Brown over
wait,
there.
I have another
wrote-
title. I have another
I
title
watched
for
the
our
recipe
sequel.
for Seduction, so you don't have to.
Yeah, we did it, so you don't have to.
I got another title for our sequel. You know, like
What?
Ocean's 11, Spices 11.
Spices 11, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That's where we're landing.
I think that's work in progress.
Great.
You know, title Fry Hard, work in progress.
Fry Hard, a KFC action movie.
Alright.
Literally.
Yeah, for what this movie was, I really enjoyed myself.
I
Like,
had a wonderful time watching this.
I'm glad.
It was exactly as bad as I was hoping. Like, it was just. Do you know when you just need to watch a bad movie?
right. Yeah.
This hit that spot for me.
Totally.
Like, this was exactly what I needed. I was having a fucking terrible day at work today. And then I sat down. I'm like, oh, I gotta do research for the podcast. And then I sat down. I watched this movie, and I felt immediately better. Like,
Yeah.
immediately and noticeably better. This made me laugh so fucking hard. I can't describe it.
It's ridiculous.
I implore everybody listening to watch this movie. It's 16 minutes of your life that you will not regret.
See,
Like,
this is my favorite. I literally put in my notes, I watched this movie so you don't have to, but you should watch it.
Yeah.
you should. It'll tickle you. It's not a long thing. It's just so fucking over the top and dumb, and I love it.
It's not.
It's free on YouTube.
That's
Yeah.
true.
First of all, it's 16 minutes and like 8 seconds if you count the credits. Like, it's honestly a wild fucking ride. And I know you're probably sitting there like, oh, well, you just explained the whole movie. No. You got to sit down
No.
and witness.
It's an experience.
You have to witness the crouton scene live.
It's very contained. I feel like it's like extra crispy Shakespeare in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, here's this female character is going to be forced into a arranged marriage that she doesn't really want, and then here comes the sexy new man to change her worldview and compete against her mother's internal instincts. Like, it's just Romeo and Juliet with chicken. Like, it's really just like I feel strange giving it that comparison.
So good,
But
though.
jeez, man, like, it's really not bad. Like,
It's so good. It's so fucking
For what it
stupid.
is. Like, I want to say for what it is, and for the fact that it was a Lifetime movie, I actually think it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still a Lifetime holiday movie.
Sure.
Which, really quick, just because it is a holiday movie, when he hands the fucking check to fucking Sanders, and he's like, you should leave, and he just, like, pats him on the shoulder and goes, Happy Christmas.
Oh, yeah. They couldn't even do that
Just to
right.
just to remind you that it was a holiday movie.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they had a lot of like wreaths and ornaments in places where they really shouldn't have been in order to remind you that this is a holiday film.
Yeah, they
Did you
really
notice
did.
that the house had 7 Christmas trees?
Yeah.
So many Christmas trees.
There was literally
So
like
many.
a Christmas tree in every room. Just to remind you that this is a Christmas movie. You
I
know?
think they
Like,
really I think they just took that same Christmas tree and moved it into every scene.
you know, they were like filming and they probably like had to stop and they're like, wait a minute, wait. You
Right.
guys move the Christmas tree in.
Like they didn't the way they do it though, because like I've been on sets before and I've like blocked out shots for days. Like you would shoot an entire room in one day, so they would just put the Christmas tree in one room, and then the next day they would shoot a different room, but take that tree and put it in the other room. Oh my god, I love the idea of that. That's fucking hilarious.
I really want to know how much this was made for. I want to know the base
What is
dollar
the budget
figure.
of this movie?
I want to know the base dollar figure that it required to make this film. It's got its own Wikipedia page now.
Oh my god.
A recipe for seduction. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Okay,
Oh, it
please.
doesn't state. Okay,
No.
hold on. Production. Oh, reception.
I want to make a wager.
Oh, hold on, please. Wait, I didn't hear it, but
Wait, before you say it,
Yeah.
can I guess?
sure.
$500,000.
I can't find it. But I came across this. It's Christine DeZalura of the Los Angeles Times gave the movie a favorable review, calling it, quote, a tongue-in-cheek take on the Lifetime romance movie genre, and a movie, quote, aimed at women who love men who love chicken.
Can I read a review that I found of this movie?
Please, for the
yes.
love of God, please.
10 stars out of 10.
Honestly,
Way
good review.
better than actual KFC.
Oh my god.
And then this is the review. This movie takes all the tropes of Lifetime movies and multiplies the tropiness by 1,000, and it is amazing campy greatness. I really hope they'll make new episodes for each holiday, and maybe we can get a Lee spin-off where we learn his
yeah.
last name, which I suspect is Famous Bowles.
Oh my god.
These famous bowls? What's happening?
Oh my god, that's funny. No, it's just the fucking famous bowl from KFC. That's all it is.
Lee's famous bowl?
Like it would just fit in that universe.
Famous bowls. Oh, that's so funny. Wait. That's so good.
It's amazing.
Oh, hyphenated. That's so funny.
I really am trying to figure out how much they're like production.
Must know. Like,
What if like his last name was Bowles and then the fucking farmer's market guy's last name is Famous, and then when they got married, it's Famous Bowles. Oh God, I'd love that. Holy
I'm
shit.
really upset that. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it does only just say Lee. Billy Garibaldi the Third.
The third? They don't ever say that.
They don't.
Oh,
They
there's
don't.
two more.
They don't, man.
Oh,
KFC's
good God.
Mario Lopez movie is just another reminder that the Colonel Sanders is down to fuck. Oh, guys. I think we got to put this one to bed.
This is a treasure. I just wanted to say, when I saw Mario Lopez step out as Colonel Sanders, I don't think I felt joy like that in a very long time. It was like
hit real different.
It was like a childlike joy, where you know, that kind of just pure visceral happiness.
He's the chicken man.
It was so simple. Like, this movie was so fucking simple and so way over the top.
I'll
And
say
that
it.
is exactly what
I'll
I
say
look
it.
for in a movie.
I'll say it. A Recipe for Seduction did a ridiculous plot to a better degree than Stay Alive 2006 did an actual plot that they tried to execute seriously.
This movie did in 15 minutes what most movies of the decade haven't been able to accomplish.
Guys, I can't find how much the production was.
Me neither, bro.
No.
I'm
But I
literally
did find an interview, and I just want you to know that one of the questions was, does this mean we can expect a sequel? And they were like, we actually intended to end this on an intentional cliffhanger, but we've talked about a sequel, and we've talked about expanding this. So,
Oh my
nothing's
God.
confirmed, but
All
it's
right.
on the table.
All right, so here we go. Tweet at Mario Lopez.
At
Have
Mario
him come
Lopez.
on the show, and we'll talk about this.
Mario, if you're listening, buddy.
Also,
We support Sex with Colonel Sanders.
Mario
in this house.
Lopez was offered this because he was doing something else with Lifetime, and he literally was like a fan of this.
Oh,
A
man.
fan of what?
A fan of this idea.
Oh, that's so funny.
You know what?
Yeah,
To be
but
fair,
He was a fan from the get-go. He was key to making this project as interesting and high-profile as it is.
you know what? To be fair, if I was working on a set and some producer just came out of nowhere and said, "Hey, you want to be Colonel Sanders for 15 minutes?" I'd be like, "Fucking yes!"
You caught me. I'm in.
Like, I would have been like, "Say less."
Yeah. Mario Lopez is here to shoot like actual drama, and he's just like, "Oh, word!
I can just dip out, be Colonel Sanders for a few scenes.
I just gotta go into makeup for 20 minutes."
Imagine like being like cast for like some other Lifetime shit, and then like a producer just walks up to you and is like, "Hey, we want to make a movie about Colonel Sanders. You in?"
I would have been in.
Sure.
That would have been it.
I've been sitting there and I've been like, "Do we get free KFC?" Like,
I'd just be like, "Where's the chicken? Point me to the craft services table. I'm there."
Here's the
you don't
here's the
have to
kicker.
pay me. Just give me the KFC.
Here's the kicker. The Colonel fucks. That's the whole point. It's like
I would have been like, "You had me at being Colonel Sanders."
So this is a general at home. The holidays are better with chicken. So
God.
just go get yourself a nice golden bucket of KFC
Please.
this holiday season and enjoy it around the family table.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
I'm
thank
so
you for
happy.
entertaining me and watching this after I watched it.
Thank you for bringing this into
Yes.
our lives.
Oh my God. When you sent us that tweet, I'm like, I'm like, okay, this is going to be hilarious. And then I actually sat down and watched it, and I'm like, we need to do that. This needs to be the episode we release this week. This
Yeah.
needs to be our Christmas episode.
It is technically a Christmas movie.
It's our Christmas
Holiday
episode.
movie.
Our Crispmas episode.
Our Christmas episode. 'Twas the night before Christmas.
And all through... Fuck, what did we decide
All
on?
through the house.
All through the house, not... the chicken was frying with gravy to douse. The drumsticks were cooking.
The potatoes of mash, something like that.
With potatoes of
Potatoes
mash
of mash.
for a family meal that you could get for $5.99.
Roughly $5.99 hard cash.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays, everybody. Oh, man. God, I don't even like KFC.
Oh, come on.